so are we. So let me show you something. You see this mic, right? This center part right here is called your diaphragm. That's what we talked about downstairs, right?
Yes.
So the reason why I want you to understand the power of your diaphragm is because when you are on the microphone, you're going to be speaking into your diaphragm from your diaphragm. If you speaking from your throat into the diaphragm, it's going to sound like this. You're going to sound like a simp. But if you want to be a pimp in life, you know what I'm saying? You want to own it, then you want to speak into the diaphragm.
Own that.
So you ain't got to be on it like
pimp
this.
hand is strong.
Strong.
Yes.
Everybody put your hand, pimp hand up.
Pimp hand and light. Make it strong, though.
So you want to make sure that you are, talking into the diaphragm of the mic. The what of the mic?
The diaphragm.
The what?
Diaphragm.
You want to speak from
Your diaphragm.
Thank you, Joy.
The diaphragm.
Wait a minute, Mom.
I can hear you guys.
So speak from your
Diaphragm.
into the
Diaphragm.
Speak from your
Diaphragm.
into
The diaphragm.
Speak from your
Diaphragm.
into
The diaphragm.
Hey. Speak from
The diaphragm.
into
The diaphragm.
Speak from
The diaphragm.
into
The diaphragm.
Speak from
The diaphragm.
into
The diaphragm.
Y'all know what y'all can have us study up.
Church got into me. I'm sorry.
So with that being said, let's run it again. Joy.
It's Gabby.
Joy, Gabby, everybody. Gabby, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gabby. Run it.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
Yes!
I like that.
Yes! I like what I hear. Do it again.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
Smile more. I can
me
tell
up.
when you guys are smiling because your vocals does this. But when you're smiling, you're out.
Oh, wait, go on then.
All right.
So go ahead, hit
Say
me
it again,
up.
Gab.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
I love it, Natalie. You know you sit in my spot, so you might be feeling like
Say it again. Say it again.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
Okay, listen. Listen.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
See?
Get into it.
All right, let's go on air.
They are on there.
Are we live?
Oh,
Okay.
this is live right now.
Oh, okay. Don't tell them that yet. Don't tell them yet. Calm down. Calm down. Everybody calm down. All right, so we're going to have our first conversation. All right. I want to see if you guys can remember. What are 3 C's of podcasting?
Confidence, content, and
What?
Confidence, content, in class.
What?
Confidence, content, in
And
class.
you want to speak from?
The diaphragm.
Into?
the
diaphragm.
Speak from?
The diaphragm.
Into?
The diaphragm.
Run it, Gabby.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
All right, so let's pick a topic today. Let's talk about picker-uppers. Is that what we call them?
Pick me's.
What we call them?
Pick
me's.
Pick me.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we're going to run our intro, and I want to just hear you guys talk. And I want you to tell me, like, as if you're on the podcast, let's talk. Matter of fact, okay, let's run it. Gabby?
Oh, yeah, we already are.
What's up, pimps and simps?
Hold on. But after you do this run through, we're gonna roll straight into our conversation. I want to see how you guys just talk to each other. Don't worry about whose opinion is what and who's first. Just run it.
Don't worry about being on Instagram or anything like that. Run your conversation. Okay. Let people know that you're inviting them into your conversation. All right.
Okay. After this run, we're going straight in. We're talking about what do we call it?
Pick me's.
Pick me.
Picnics.
Pick me's.
Pick me's.
Just let him explain.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Tell me that. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
All right. In 3.
Hold on. Time out. Just take one of your headphones off.
It is.
You good? You good? Everybody got one removed?
Guess it don't look like it.
Can you guys hear yourself?
Yeah.
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 So
I can't hear myself.
you can't.
Tell,
Okay.
tell me if you can. You
1,
can or can't.
2, 3, 4.
In your headphones.
No, I can't hear myself.
No.
So tell me. Hang on
Hello.
for a minute.
Wait.
Hold on. Whenever you're doing mic check, let one person go at a time.
Here we go.
Okay.
Tell me now.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hold on. What we
Wait, can
say?
you
One
hear
person at a time. We're gonna start with 4. Go ahead.
Uno.
Can you hear that?
Tres.
Time out. Stop it. You got it. Hello.
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 Yes. All the soft speaking, get it out.
All right.
Okay.
You ladies have to project.
Okay.
Okay? In order for people to hear you, you got to open your mouth. You got to speak from your diaphragm into the
And he
diaphragm.
got 2 diaphragms.
I got 5 of them.
Oh my
I
god.
just don't let the other 4 be shown.
So y'all can hear yourselves, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Can I put up into them? Is there any
Matter of fact, you use some-
Wait, ASMR.
All right, let me hear you. We got the background music playing?
Ladies, y'all go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna put the music.
Gabby, start it.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
Okay. Now, when you finish that, come on, we rolling right into topic. So, I don't know who wants to say the topic.
Today we're talking about pick-me's.
All right, stop. Now, let's roll it again. Do it.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we. Today we're talking about pick-me's.
Oh, we've all met a pick-me before.
Oh,
Or-
we sure have.
We all know of some.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what is a pick-me, though? Like,
A pick-me is a girl or a guy that
Does stuff.
that
Like,
needs validation or attention
they like to go fishing.
for compliments and stuff like that.
see, Natalie?
All right.
Start over again.
All right.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we. Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
But a pick-me is someone who seeks validation.
All right, stop right
Or-
there. You guys sound.
What is a pick-me?
Oh, thank you. So, number 1, you guys sound really, really, really good. Really good.
Thank you.
But don't get lost in how you sound. Get lost in what you have to say.
All right.
When you get done with that intro, you need to roll right into, so we're going to talk about such and such. And it's really good how you're doing it because you're already going in explaining what a pick-me is. Whenever you introduce a topic, you always want to propose a question. Write that down. You need to start with a question because you don't know if your listener knows what you're talking about or not. So you need to make sure that you are educating them before you give your opinion. Educate before you opinionate. That was good. I could probably make a show of that on that.
Well,
I'm preaching now. Educate before you opinionate. Repeat after me. Educate
Educate
before you
before you
opinionate.
opinionate.
Educate
Educate
before opinionate.
before opinionate.
Educate
Educate
before opinionate.
opinionate.
That's with anything in life, y'all. For real, for real. Whenever you get into a conversation with somebody, you could be in an argument, you could be trying to talk to your parents. First of all, before you argue, find out if you know what you're talking about. Because one of my pet peeves is when people get on air and they have just this loud opinion but have no facts to back it up. Hashtag Trump. You want to make sure that what you're saying, you know what you're talking about, because the last thing you want is for somebody to come back and say, well, you said X, Y, and Z on your show, but it's really blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not to say that will happen from time to time because Google, we live in a world of many answers, which are not always the right answer. But if that's going to be your opinion, you better be damn sure educated about it. I'm sorry, Mom. I had to stress it. You better be educated about it. Okay? So educate.
Educate
Before what?
opinionate.
Because nobody cares about your opinion if you ain't educated. Even in corporate America, even my regular job, before I tell my boss anything, I got to make sure I know what I'm talking about. So, and remember, more than anything, your podcast is a business. So when you start considering different guests and things like that, you want to educate them on what you're trying to do. And like you said before, you want to present a new perspective of Gen Z. You guys have your mission statement already. So you want to infiltrate that and implement that into your actual podcast. So, y'all ready to try again?
Yes.
Everybody, to the mic. Hello, grasshoppers.
Hello.
give me mic number 1 first.
Hey. Hello.
Mic number 2.
Hello.
Mic 3.
Hello.
And mic 4.
Ciao.
Time out.
Ciao.
When you do a mic
Mic
check,
1 and 4, you guys have to be a little bit more projected.
Hello.
Let me look at something real
hold on.
quick.
When you guys do your mic checks, don't just say hello. Say, hey, this is such and such, because more than likely when you're doing a mic check, they're gonna need more than a hello. They gotta be able to hear you talk for a little bit. So, hey, this is Marissa. So, right?
Hey, this is Marissa.
Hey, this is Joy.
Hey, this is Gabrielle.
Hey, this is Natalie.
Okay, you hear a difference?
Hey, cool cats and kittens.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. So when I do my podcast, and Joy will tell you, I say all kind of crazy stuff. Like I'll be saying, "Hey, it's Shelly speaking," and I go, "Pew." Those little ad libs, like cool cats and kitties. That's when you're able to do it. Like it's you. It was funny to me. Say it in the mic. The same way you laugh at it, your listeners can laugh at it too. Think about it. T.I., all those celebrities, they have their own specific group of fans, right? You guys need to cater to your listeners. You're going to have one crowd, but you're going to have people that come to hear Joy, that come to hear Gabby, that come to hear Nelly, that come to hear Marissa. So don't hold your personality back. Push that thing out, Slim. Slim, go ahead.
One. Let me hear you again, please.
Hey, this is Marissa Russell.
Come again and give me a little bit of fire, baby.
Hey, this is Marissa Russell.
Yes, I like that. Okay, number 4.
Oh, hey, cool cats and kittens.
That's what I like.
I like that.
All right, they all sound good on there. They're all in the back.
All right, we're going to run again, and I want you to write this conversation. Don't forget you want to ask a question first, and then educate, and then we can roll into, so what is a pick-me-upper, and you can talk about it.
Pick me up.
Hold on a second. No, I'm wondering. I was asking her, would she feel better if she was standing?
If you want to stand?
No, I'm just asking. I mean, because some people.
Well, see, that's why I was
Some
telling
people
downstairs.
project more when they stand.
That's why I was telling, what I tell you downstairs. You gotta be projecting whether you're standing or you're sitting down. Because your diaphragm, when you're sitting down, you're scrunching it. So what we say, backs up, straight.
Yeah.
Scoot your chairs in a little bit more if you need
Yeah,
to.
get into it.
And we're gonna speak from the
Diaphragm.
So when you get on the mic, Marissa, hey, this is Marissa. I want you to give it to me, boo. I know you got it in you. You probably the loudest one in the crew.
No, she
is.
isn't.
Is she the
No.
loudest one? Who's the loudest one?
Natalie.
No, Gabby.
Natalie
Oh, yeah,
is
Gabby.
Natalie.
I don't know now.
Natalie's
That
second.
just came out.
Oh no now.
No, Natalie.
When she stays talking over people.
Yes,
Exactly.
she's always interrupting us.
That's all you
No.
It's
All
a
right.
bad habit. I have 4
So,
siblings.
rule number 2, when you get into a podcast, you gotta have, you know, in your class when teacher raise her hand, like everybody stop talking, you gotta have a universal signal. Because when you get ready to book time in studios, if y'all don't know when to stop talking, you're gonna spend a lot of money on cackling on the mic when you're not talking about nothing. So, I would say, Joy, when you guys are ready to start, you need to be like, hey, when this hand go up, when the pimps and sips hand go up, everybody needs to respond with. So that's gonna be your universal code. So, hand up. So talk like you were talking before, and I want you to practice that because I want you to be comfortable with, you know, hey, you know what time it is, so talk. Blah, just talk.
Whole lot of choppers I am.
Time is money.
All right, I don't know.
The introduction. How are you doing today?
What's a pick me?
Oh, no. Don't use that
A pick.
A pick me is a girl who seeks
Who's saying
validation.
that? Who's saying that?
Me.
Okay,
She's
talking to the
asking.
I'm
microphone.
asking
Oh,
a question.
wait. I'm trying to get them to get used to the universal hand sign. Then everybody stop talking. So
A pick me girl is a person who seeks validation.
you gotta talk so she can do it, y'all.
Talk about
A
it.
pick,
So I
a
can
pick
do
me
it.
can also be a male too, not just a female.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
somebody fishing for attention for anybody. They seek praise.
An
and
example.
Do the
of-
hand thing. All right, Merce.
approval. Pick me characters from TV shows.
What?
Wait.
What? No.
No.
Speak.
That's not. That's okay.
Do the hand thing.
When this hand go up, nobody talk. I need you to get this down so that we can roll into the show. So I'm gonna ask you again, what's a pick me? And I want you to pretend dialogue and then Joy. And after about 2-3 seconds, raise your hand. I need y'all to get that concept down because you need to start a show clean and finish clean. What's a pick me?
A pick me is a girl who seeks, or a guy that seeks validation.
And anyone who can, anyone.
Time out. You don't raise your hand to talk. You raise your hand when you're trying to quiet everyone.
Oh.
So say we're all talking like, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Green.
I don't have one.
Purple.
Y'all like
Clear.
coloring?
Coloring?
Yeah.
No.
I do art.
I'm the artist.
I like black and white.
Sometimes.
Y'all don't put your hand up.
I thought that meant.
That's what we used to do at school.
So it should be, it's a signal. It's a hand mind signal. Hand up, everybody quiet. So y'all get it? Or y'all wanna try one more time?
I'm gonna try one more time.
All right, try one more time. So, did y'all watch the news today?
No.
No, not
Man,
really.
ain't nobody watch no news, man. What y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna talk? Y'all
11
ain't
a.m.
talking
We
about
gonna talk?
Well, I woke up.
Did anybody watch what's that TikTok today?
I did.
No.
Yes.
I didn't get on to
Wait, I got
Yes,
on
I
like
did.
once.
I did some yoga today.
I woke up. Oh.
I got on. Oh no, I thought.
Oh,
Put your hand in, Natalie. All right, we'll come back to them.
Yeah.
I was
All right,
confused.
so y'all ready to rock and roll to the show?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
like we didn't say our names when we were doing the thing.
So you have your intro already. So you can say, because you're doing your, and so are we. Hey, it's your girl Gabby, da-da-da. And then you can go into, today we're going to talk about blah, 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 blah. So let's practice it. Gabby?
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And
so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
I'm Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
This is Natalie Knight, and this.
The topic
Oh,
we're
and-
going.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
All right, let's do it again.
Okay.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
It's your girl Gabrielle Seeley.
It's Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
I'm Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Well, what is a pick-me though?
So a pick-me is someone who seeks validation.
Okay, and I know we've all been around some pick-me's. So, what's like your best example of a pick-me?
Katara from
Yes.
Avatar.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
another character, Gretchen from Mean Girls, like every single time Regina said something, it's gonna be Gretchen behind her, even when she insults her. That's kind
Yes.
of
I
embarrassing.
agree. Literally any other time she's like, oh, this is so fetch. But when Regina's like, fetch isn't a word, she's like, oh, okay. Like, girl, chill.
Like a lost puppy.
Have your own voice.
And what about the pick-me's that's in our school? Like,
I'm not gonna give names or nothing, but some of them be getting like certain gaming consoles like Xboxes and PS4s and stuff and
Bruh.
whatnot just to play with the males.
Exactly. I want to be gamer girl so bad. Like, for what?
right, and they just swear that they're different, like, oh,
Swear
I'm
up
out
and
of this world, and,
Very much.
Like, Planet
like,
Pluto.
girl,
Very
you're
much
ordinary.
Emily.
Good job, ladies. So, when you are talking about, when you're giving your opinion or you're educating someone, it's always good to say, so I like to do this, you can find your own. So we can all agree that a pick-me is somebody who needs validation. You want to round off your opinion. You see what I'm saying? You want to bring it back full circle, because sometimes you get caught up in giving examples, because I do it all the time, that I go completely left field. So you want to stay on point, and remember, conversations are rounded. It needs to go around. So, and then two, make sure you finish your sentences. I'm bad at that. Like, I'm like, yeah, you heard what, but then such and such. So pay attention, because your readers, your listeners are not inside your mind. They don't know what pick-me's are. They don't know what you're thinking. They don't see the girls at the school. They don't see them. They don't know about fetch. I know about fetch, and I think fetch is a pretty cool word if you ask me. But the average person may not know. So finish your sentences. Round off your opinions. So when you're getting closer to that 20 mark and you're going to end your first break, you want to say, okay, so we can all agree that a pick-me is somebody that blah, 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 blah. And when you finish that, and you want, when you go into your first break, you want to say, all right, guys, so coming back, we're going to talk about your next topic. And it's going to be the same format. So the same format you use in your first 20 minutes, you're going to use throughout your whole show. Make sense?
Yes.
The main things you want to remember is just like writing a paper, your intro, your outro, and your body. Before you come in and before you go for break, you need to make sure they know the Gen Z podcast. It will initially feel like you're saying it over and over again, but you have to drill it in people's heads. When you're on this podcast level, it's not about you anymore. It's about your listeners, because your voice is for them. So they need to know who you are. So let's start from the top, run it again. Good job, let's go.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
I'm Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
I'm Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Okay, well, what really is a pick-me, though?
A pick-me is someone who likes to seek validation.
But I just want to know, why do pick-me's always have to trail behind other people? Ooh. Yeah.
When she said they seek validation, that would have been a perfect. Listen to the content now. Don't get so much about the examples. But when she said validation, Joy, you could have piggybacked and said, well, how do you define validation? Okay. Stretch your questions out. You see what I'm saying? If I was a teacher in school and you gave me that as a paper, I would say, well, what's validation? Because you don't want to just jump from that because, once again, your listener is not in your head. Run again, Gab.
Okay. What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
I'm sorry, I got scared.
Ready?
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's the sticky validation. Like that.
Okay.
Ready? Everybody take a deep breath. Running.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
Hey, it's Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
This is Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Okay, well, what is a pick-me,
A
though?
pick-me is someone who likes to seek validation.
Well, what is validation?
Validation is the action of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I feel like we're one of those PBS kids that we watch in school, and it's like...
Just say attention
Well, I'm gonna tell you
seeking.
something. You just killed the game with that. Number one, because you fast responded. That right there was a genius move right there. That sent chills down me because you're getting into it now. And the way that you bounce back, you give an no, you might feel like a PBS, but PBS is on TV, right?
Yeah.
So ain't nothing wrong with being a PBS. And what does PBS do? They what?
Make money. Oh.
They educate for their opinionate. So that was a very, very good move. As a matter of fact, get into the habit of looking up words. You may know the definition, but this is your chance to educate your listeners. So, run it again, just like that. I had to take my headphones off. I got chills. Go ahead, do it again.
What's up, pimps and simps?
I thought you were supposed to restart the music and then go.
Let's keep rolling.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
My name is Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
I'm Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Okay, well, what is a pick-me, though?
A pick-me is a person who tends to seek validation.
Well, what is validation?
Validation is the action of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something.
Okay, that was a whole bunch of words, but why do people feel the need to seek others' approval about themselves?
They want to be accepted.
Low confidence.
Yeah,
And-
they don't have any confidence.
They don't know how to express themselves.
And I can also say that society plays a big role in putting all these standards on people that they feel the need to conform themselves into something they're not.
I agree because so many people just want to be like other people, so it's like just one person.
Stop. This is where you introduce the beauty of Gen Z. What sets you apart is y'all not trying to get validation. That's a perfect segue to say, and that's why y'all should listen to Gen Z podcast because we are so different from the rest. Don't
That
forget,
sounds like a pick-me.
but at the same time, you're solidifying who you are. You're letting people know the reason why you should listen to us is because we are different and we don't call out pick-me's.
Right.
And we're going to tell you what validation is. We're going to educate you, we're going to opinionate you, and we're going to remind you that this is a Gen Z podcast. Because the minute you say society, your listeners' ears, my ears went up. Because now I'm looking for you, bump your age. You say society, the 25-year-old, the 65-year-old, we want to know what you're going to say now. You get outside of high school. You don't, that's not your block. The world is your oyster. So when you say society, you better know what you're talking about. Because now you got my ear. And now when you mentioned the validation, and that's why y'all should listen to Gen Z. Don't be afraid to shamelessly plug yourself. This is your show. Because when parents are paying $75 an hour, don't you want your parents to get their money's worth?
Yes.
Yes.
And don't you want the show to be produced and sound like you know what you're talking about?
Yes.
Because you don't want to just throw something together, right?
No.
So, once again, let's start it. Remember, wonderful job with flowing in your content. I like the way you're coming in. Your voices are sounding clear. So continue educating me. Continue giving your opinions. But don't forget to remind me of who I'm listening to. Do it again.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
Hey, it's Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
I'm Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Okay, but what is a pick-me, though?
A pick-me is a person who likes to seek validation.
What is validation?
Validation is the action of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something.
Okay, well, guys, why do we feel that people need to seek validation in the first place? I mean, who are we trying to impress?
It's the people that have low confidence.
Low self-esteem.
Yes.
They try to be like the people who like set standards. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Want to be trendsetters, but just following the trend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can't you partially blame society for putting all of these standards on people and expecting them to be something that they're not?
Yes. That's why you have to listen to our podcast.
Because we peep the BS.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
So, as you see, that the first couple minutes that you talk in conversation and podcasting, it's kind of like just, getting warmed up, right? This is where you introduce your topic. The reason why we're talking about pick-me's is because did y'all see what Cardi B did and blah, 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 blah? This is where that part comes in, where whatever your fashion or whatever your current topic is, you got to come in and dominate it. Because you got to take me somewhere. I don't want we're not going to, pick me to this, miss. Okay, but what does that have to do with society and what's going on in the world? Media. Yeah. You got to tell me now where you go. Podcast is a closed-eye journey for your listener. You want to take them through sympathy, empathy, pity, laughter, all those different emotions by grounding and getting into the ground that one topic. So as we're talking about pick-me's, who's a celebrity who you feel like right now is a real big pick-me?
I don't think a celebrity.
Wait,
okay.
more of
but
like
I
what
have an
media
example.
portrays in like shows and etc.
As of
like,
well, what about influencers? That would be
Yeah,
the-
certain influencers.
Yeah, I don't think Megan Thee Stallion is a pick-me, but I know like people were saying she was a pick-me for like surrounding herself around Kylie Jenner and like
Yeah.
trying to be
That's perfect.
with
Friends
the
with
Kim
everybody.
K's and the
So, that's a perfect example. Before you go into that, repeat after me. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's gonna be your money word right there.
And I quote
Because
Stephanie
until
Sue.
there are certain words, certain facts. We're talking about fact checking. Whatever you're doing, at the end of the day, we don't know, Meg. Do we? I mean,
No.
Hot girl Meg.
Hot girl, Meg. I mean, I kind of know sometimes.
Hey.
No, we
You
don't,
know
we
you're
don't know
right.
certain things to be all the way true. And even those sources, until you say it, you want to say allegedly, because you never want somebody coming back and saying, well, you said such and such didn't know. Allegedly. And plus, that also ups your game as reporters and journalists, because now that's what you are. You're not just podcasters, you're journalists. So let's start from again, roll into it, and then we're gonna roll to our first break. Go ahead.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
Hey, it's Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
Hi, I'm Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Okay, but what is a pick-me though?
A pygmy is someone who seeks validation.
Well, what is validation?
Validation is the action of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something.
Now, why do people feel that they need others' opinions in the first place?
Well, it's low self-esteem and confidence.
Mostly confidence issues. They seek the need to follow other people because they don't have their own self.
That's why you should listen to the Gen Z.
Because we peep the BS.
Okay, now, allegedly, I heard in the blogs that, a few months ago with the whole Meg and Tory situation, when she was surrounding herself around with Kylie Jenner and then the incident happened, y'all know Erica Banks?
Yes.
Like a lot of people been saying, oh, she's like a Walmart Megan. Well, she was saying at least she doesn't have to surround herself around the Kim K's or all the fake industry people just to get her name out. Now, how do y'all feel about Megan being around the Kardashian Jenners in the first place?
She can do whatever she wants. It's her life.
Like, you
Yes.
never know why she did it.
I feel like it's not being the pick-me to surround yourself with somebody. It's just being friendly. It's choosing your friends.
Yeah, but I think what Gabby means by her being allegedly a pick-me, not really, she's not really being a pick-me because it's her choosing who she wants to be by.
And who's to say that, the Kardashian Jenners have a certain brand and people feel some type of way about them, but who's to say that she's just surrounding herself around Kylie because she wants to, be like her with the cosmetics and stuff? Like, I don't think that she's surrounding herself so she can be accepted by people, because Megan said so herself. She's a friendly person, but I think from that experience, she just learned that you just can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Not saying that Kylie had anything to do with it, but
Yeah, because you don't see her switching up around people. Like, she just stays the same. You don't see her switching up.
Yes, I feel like that's just her personality, to be friendly, to be vocal with other
Like
people.
to be out there.
Yes.
yeah.
And I think the other lady should just stay in her place, out of her business.
Busted.
Because I'm Team Meg, and even behind all that, like right now, people are still coming for Meg because she's lost a lot of relationships with her hairstylist and her best friend who was in the incident with her. They think that, well, maybe Meg's the problem because why is everyone falling out with Megan?
I feel like she's not the problem. People are just taking things out of proportion.
A lot of times you tend to fall out with people because years do not equal. You know, you can meet someone within the last 2 months and have a stronger bond with them, but some of you know them for years. So
Yes.
Yeah, but I think we can all agree that Megan's not seeking any validation, and Megan, at the end of the day, she's gonna do her, and she's gonna be on her hot girl stuff.
Do you know your
And that's
Megan,
a what?
baby?
period. Her.
All right, now,
We're gonna take our first break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about X, Y, Z. That was
okay.
good. So the last thing she said was about Meg, something about Meg again, and then say take a break.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, I think we can all agree that Megan's not looking for anyone's validation, and she's gonna still be on her hot girl-ish, okay? Now we're gonna take a break, and we'll be back.
And remind me what to listen to again. Remember your outro.
And this is, you're listening,
Exactly.
And
good.
you're listening to Gen Z Lounge.
Do you guys want to say that together, or because that's you can play with that, but you don't want to forget that coming in and coming out.
all right.
I think we
you
can
be saying, and don't be a girl, Gabby. Enjoy it. If you listen to Gen Z Lounge, we'll be back. Less is more. How y'all feeling? Talk to
Can
me.
we do it, like, individually? Because, like, when someone's done talking, we're not... Well, we could, but it's like we might not all be on one accord. You
Yeah.
don't know when someone's going to finish.
Yeah.
So, like, whoever's finishing out can close out for the break.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then when you do your closeout, don't be afraid to throw your ad libs in there, because just
Yeah,
when
You know you're Megan, baby.
You
Do you know you're Megan,
like,
baby?
You know, cats and cool cats. Like, those little things that you say in between are what give you personality. It's like getting a cheeseburger. Don't you want some lettuce, some tomatoes, and you want it well done? You gotta dress it up, y'all. When you put your clothes on, you want to make sure this go with this, or you dress how you feel, right?
Yeah.
So same thing, same concept. Build it, paint the picture for your listener to hear and to see visually what you're talking about. Because the art of successful podcasting is getting your listener to see what you say. The key to life is speaking what you see until you see it. Speak what you say. So, Ed, come here, though, please, darling.
Do you know you're Megan, baby?
Do you know you're Megan, baby?
And that's it, my cool Captain Kitten.
I'm sure I say Ace
They got a
King.
show going on, so we're gonna run it one more
But
time.
do you know you're
This time we
Megan,
run it,
baby?
Do you know you're Megan, baby?
You have the Meganese though.
This time we run, nobody stop, just keep going. The one thing I want you to remember is, what are 3 C's of podcasting?
Confidence,
Confidence,
content,
content,
and class.
There's no such thing as messing up.
I forgot the whole thing.
There's no such thing. How you gonna tell me I messed up on my podcast?
Yeah.
Aren't you Gen Z?
Purr.
So don't worry about. You're the only person that knows you messed up. I promise you, nobody else think about that. And besides that, they're gonna be impressed with the fact that you guys have this going on. So this next one that we're gonna do, I want us to take this very, very, very seriously. I'm not gonna say nothing. I want you to get in tune with each other. Remember what we talked about? Put it all together on a sandwich patty. Sop it up with a biscuit. Y'all feeling? Hold on, y'all. You good? You alright? You check your eyes up?
Yes.
Gabby?
I'm good.
Natalie?
Chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain.
Y'all ready to make me proud?
Yeah.
Yes.
From your diaphragm, okay? Let's do it.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
Hey, it's Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
Hi, I'm Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Okay, well, what is a pick-me, though?
A pick-me is someone who seeks validation.
Well, what is validation?
Validation is the action of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something.
Okay, well, why do people feel the need to have others' validation?
Well, that's because they have like low confidence and self-esteem.
They feel the need to follow along like a duck following their mother.
They don't have their own, gist. Like, they don't know how to express themselves
Without other people?
Yeah.
Okay, well, who's a pick-me celebrity that's in the mix right now?
Well,
There are allegations that Megan Thee Stallion is a pick-me.
Yes, people in the blogs have been saying that since Megan hanging out with Kylie a few months back, she's a pick-me, because why do you feel the need to associate with the Kardashian or Jenner? But do we think that makes her a pick-me, though?
No, she's just
friendly.
doing her. Yeah, she's friendly.
I feel like the person who said that, they should just stay in their place in the peanut gallery and stop talking.
And specifically, Erica Banks, y'all know her?
Busted.
Busted. Yeah. People call her the Walmart Megan, but
Babes.
Dollar General.
Ooh. But she said in a tweet that she is authentically herself. She doesn't feel the need to surround herself around big people just to get her name out. And do you think she's jealous, or?
Yeah, I feel like she's just
someone's
jealous
mad.
because I feel like she wants her to be her so bad. Like, what was her need to say that?
Yes, I feel like somebody's very much heated because birds of a feather flock together. Megan Thee Stallion is hanging around people who are big. She's rising her platform by doing so.
And like Marissa said, like, she's just being friendly.
Right, and I think we can all agree that a pick-me seeks validation, and that's not Megan. Megan is still on her hot girl time, her hot girl-ish, and she's just been that girl. So
Do you know you're Megan, baby?
But do you have the Meganese, though?
Well, we'll be back. You're listening to the Gen Z Lounge. We'll be back for after this break.
Maybe invite.
My
Ciao.
God. Kidding.
What's up, pimps and simps?
It's the Gen Z Lounge.
Where our views are fresh.
And so are we.
My name is Gabrielle Seeley.
Hey, it's Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
Hi, I'm Natalie Knight.
Today we're going to be talking about pick-me's.
Okay, so what is a pick-me, though?
A pick-me is someone who begs for attention, acceptance, or approval of a certain group. In most cases, it's to acceptance of the opposite sex or a certain group of people. It could also be someone who enjoys pleasing their significant other.
So, it's safe to say they seek validation, but what is validation?
Validation is the action of checking or proving the validity and accuracy of something.
Okay. So, I can say that the most common area for pygmies is school.
It really is, because some girls, they get like gaming consoles like Xbox or PS4 to just say they have it and play it.
Then they post
boys
and stuff.
Right, and they're so quick to say they're out of this world and say that they're different, and they really just try to impress someone. But let's be honest, if you're really special, you wouldn't need to keep on talking about it. We could see it if you were, which everyone is special.
Yes,
not
very much.
But,
very much Emily, we're different from the rest of the other girls' vibes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what's a celebrity that's been said is a pick-me before?
Well, allegedly, Megan Thee Stallion.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, babes.
Well, I heard that Megan Thee Stallion has been categorized as the pick-me now for, hanging around Kylie Jenner. And how do you guys feel about that with Kylie Jenner and Megan Thee Stallion's acquaintance?
I feel like Megan is just being friendly. Like, what's wrong with that? She even said that she was friendly.
And I think that it really just comes from people's problem with Kylie. The fact, her brand and what she represents, people a little bit cut-eye with the Kardashian Jenners. But I don't think that makes Megan any less of
who she
a
is.
Baddie.
Yes.
And, but there's been a certain someone, y'all know Miss Erica Banks?
Bust it.
A lot of people are calling her a Walmart Megan.
Dollar General.
Ooh, getting to it. But, she made a tweet basically saying that, now she didn't say Megan's name per se, but she did say that, I don't need to surround myself around people or sell out or lose myself just to make my name big. I'm authentically me.
She is very much jealous.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say.
Nobody asked.
Nobody asked.
And you know what? I can kind of agree. I mean, got her little TikTok song, Bust It, everyone doing the challenge. And,
But
she's
do you know
probably
you're Megan,
right.
baby?
And yeah, a lot of people were bashing her and stuff because kind of the same flow, Houston, Texas thing, same accent, whatnot. But I just felt that tweet was unnecessary and out of pocket. Out of line.
Very much hater.
Exactly. Giving me hater vibes.
Yeah.
Now, pick me can really be super broad, like not just girls with guys. It can be,
Guys
black. It could be black people with white people. A lot of people. When black creators like on TikTok, and they're talking about important issues and things that are important for black people, a lot of pick-me black people will actually jump against what they're saying because they want to tone down or fit into what other races or other groups feel that is what we need to abide by.
Now, what I'm about to say might be a bit controversial, but I feel that sometimes a lot of people in the males in the LGBT communities are very much pygmies to fit in with the feminists or females, especially with Cam or Kill All Men, which is very much whoa. But they really they hop on that train even though they identify as a man
male.
themselves.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're being very much pygmies.
So like you think they're tryhards?
Yeah,
Yes.
some people, some gay men, they do tend to act as like hardcore to try and fit in as the gay perspective that a lot of people think how they act.
Like,
Yeah.
not all
Yeah.
gays act all out there.
Exactly.
They're really
sexual-
trying to fit into that very feminine.
Right.
Yeah.
Your
box.
sexual orientation does not like control your personality. I
Like
mean,
Lil Nas.
everyone. Exactly. Men who wear nail polish doesn't make them any less hard.
Lil
and,
Yachty.
right.
Yeah.
Men and women both have masculine and feminine energy, but some give off more. Like,
But you don't have to act like other people to make it known that you're gay.
Yes,
Yeah.
like that's not a personality trait.
Yeah, A lot of
Exactly.
people are making it like making certain things like about the LGBTQ community a personality trait when it's like your sexuality.
Yeah.
Some people are just taking it out of contrast.
Yes.
True. And what would you say is the most pick-me character of all time, like from a TV show or movie?
Gretchen.
Gretchen.
Miss Big Hair from Mean Girls.
Yes.
Yes, from Mean Girls, fetch isn't gonna work, bud.
Yeah.
That's not what's happening.
Like anytime she says fetch, Regina's like, no, fetch. What is that? It's not a word. Like, girl,
Also-
let her be herself.
Regina is a pick me. Regina George,
Yes.
she's a pick me. Like
Well,
she, like it's
Not really,
in a
because
different.
She still likes to be herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like to males, like the
Yeah, to
opposite
males.
sex,
Well, yeah.
not to like her friend group, but to people like males, she seeks their attention. She seeks validation from males. That's why she was so upset with the little weight bars and
Oh.
stuff.
Yep.
And also, y'all know that show Grand Army on Netflix? That
Yeah, heard of
girl,
it.
Yes.
what was her name?
Jap.
I don't know her name, but if you watch Grand Army, y'all know who we talking about. The
Jap
queen
keyword.
pick-me of pick-me's.
Yes.
Like, she was just overly, she couldn't think for herself.
Yes, she was like, especially when she got on the little thingy, when she got on Instagram and they named her Jap blank word, she was very much seeking attention after that from George.
And this can be, this kind of thing it can definitely happen in real life. But with her situation, for those who haven't watched the show, this girl, she
Spoiler warning.
this girl, she has a different background, and she went to a new school, and that can happen in many cases. When you're a new girl at a new school and you just want to kind of fit the flow of things, so you don't cause too much attention, or so you don't become an outcast. That's a lot of ways it usually happens that you kind of
That's what happened in Clueless.
form
Like,
the pick-me gene.
I forgot her name, but the blonde girl from Clueless, the main character,
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
She tried to be dumb.
Like, she tries so hard, but like, it turned like, if you haven't watched Clueless, what is wrong with you?
Who are you?
But when she did that makeover for that one girl, and then she started getting all the attention, she felt jealous. And so she tried so hard to get other people's attention. And that's why I feel like girls at school like to do, because it's like a competition for everyone. And it's tiring.
It really is. Like, literally, it's always a competition. And for what? Because half the time when you get into these little school relationships, not gonna get into that, but when you get into those, it's just like, well, what's so important about them? I mean,
They do it for clout.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, and
sorry. But the people who get into relationships and they're not the most attractive, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But
get into it, Bible.
They're
Better research
they're
the Bible.
borderline busted. They're borderline busted, but people, because of their status, because
Yes, a lot
they're-
of people do not get
Yes.
told about their looks because they happen to be popular.
Exactly.
Well,
and
no.
like nobody's gonna say anything, but like people be looking like Gollum, but talk the most. Like
Right. Like, you just do not do all that, and you're not all that in a bag of chips. Like, hun, sit down.
Like, I'm not saying I'm all that, but some of these
Yes.
people are.
They act like it. They
Yes.
act like they're just all that in a bag
Yeah,
of chips.
like-
Like everything.
That's the thing about.
Confidence is good, but like sometimes y'all go
No,
in a
there's
bit.
a difference.
arrogant.
Exactly.
Like,
There's
they
a difference between arrogance and confidence. Come on now.
They let the popularity really get to their head, and they become airheads, and
Like-
it's not cute.
You're in middle school, darling. It's not even high school. Like your
Especially the
popularity
ones who
is
lie about engaging in breeding.
Breeding?
I'm not going to.
No.
They-
What?
I'm
Very
not,
much
I don't like
disgusting.
this. I don't like it. They shout out in gym saying, "I want some." You know, the male testicle. They say, I want some that. They write it on the walls. They lie about the stuff, all that stuff.
That's the thing, like, see, this generation, I'm exposing us, we really be moving too fast. Like,
Yes.
on the story, you're so quick to get put on by someone, like, it's just like, slide up if you want to, like, all social media is a dating app at this point, because,
and that
But the thing is, like, that's how you know everything in school is literally just pick-me's, because girls, that's all they think. That's what some girls think when they want to be popular. And I feel like celebrities like to they influence younger girls sometimes to be pick-me's, but I'm not saying it's their fault, but it's true.
I feel like it's not celebrities' like job to be careful of how they influence somebody else's kid.
True.
It's the parents' job to teach their child that what you see on the internet and stuff isn't what you should strive to be.
But then yet
and your
again,
parent should be your role
like-
model, not some random stranger you never met.
Yet again, the older, like the more well-known people can get to you more than your parents. Like, cause, like with your parents, you're like they tell you stuff all the time, but with older kids and stuff, it's different.
With being a pick-me though, we're gonna try to, bring it back to the pick-me topic. I think that a lot of people seek validation in general from, insecurities and things that, they want to change about themselves. And I just think that when you describe a pick-me, it kind of makes you feel bad for them. But the thing is, when you become a pick-me, it's no longer like you're just insecure and you want to be someone else. You start to act a certain way, and not in a good way. Like, your attitude starts to change, and it's kind of scary because you don't want to just fall so far from yourself that you feel the need to check other people because they're not blending in with the
Social
the
norm.
status quo that people create. And it's just like something that's very prevalent in our generation, pick-me's, because we don't have any. Well, we do have people, but some don't have any to show them that it's okay.
Like
Okay.
pick-me's have always been around. It's just now it's just like people are calling them out.
Okay, well, I think it's safe to say, Gretchen's a pick-me. Megan's not a pick-me. We're on Team Megan. She's on her
You're
hot
Megan,
girl
baby.
stuff. She's on her hot girl stuff. And make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at the Gen Z Lounge. No spaces. Twitter, Gen Z Lounge 24. We'll be back with after this break. I'm Gabrielle Seeley.
I'm Joy Smith.
This is Marissa Russell.
I'm Natalie Knight.
And
That was the Gen Z Lounge.
yes, this is the Gen Z Lounge.